Bienvenue aux Seychelles. Welcome to the Seychelles.
It's been 3 years since the Legends Tour stopped off in the Seychelles, but 2022 sees a return to this stunning collection of 115 islands scattered across the Indian Ocean. We are here on the second largest of those islands, Praslin. Yes, as mentioned, welcome to the beautiful Seychelles and the penultimate event of the season, the MCB Tour Championship Seychelles. The Seychelles is a very special place. Over half of its landmass is dedicated to national parks and nature reserves, meaning it's abundant with incredible wildlife. There are crisp white beaches, coral reefs, and miles of perfect shoreline to enjoy.
Absolutely gorgeous. First time here. I've been cooler, I must say. It's rather warm, but very, very nice indeed.
Sensational place. I mean, just absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, amazingly friendly people. Great service here at the hotel. Beautiful ocean and rock formations, the beaches. I mean, it's pretty much as good as it gets.
It's beautiful. I mean, I just arrived yesterday and the hotel is right on the beach there and the beaches are beautiful and went for a swim and it's paradise, that's all I can say.
We strive every day to make a positive difference to our community, to our country, to our people and our economy. This event has really helped the country, both Mauritius and the Seychelles, to position itself very much on the map as a Gulf destination, and certainly has helped to make our tourism industry thrive even more.
And when it comes to golf, this at Constance Lemuria is the only 18-hole course in the whole of the Seychelles. But what a track! At 6,135 yards, this isn't the longest test the players face, but it's certainly one of the most daunting. Course architect Rodney Wright had the tiniest amount of space to work with within the natural topography of swamp and cliffs. So, with the help of consultant and Legends Tour player Mark Farry, they designed 12 holes at sea level and the remaining 6 cut into the hills. The challenge here to put 18 holes into this terrain is quite extraordinary, though.
Yeah, it was, and once again, all the credit to Rodney. This piece of land is, as you can see it, very short. We only have 38 hectares, so it's not a big piece of land to do 18 holes, and he did wonders to, achieve that.
Throughout the season, celebrity qualifiers ran alongside the professional tournaments on the Legends Tour, and this week is the WAP Celebrity Series final, where a host of famous faces play it out for a share of £100,000 for their chosen charities. Keith Duffy's the defending champion. He was victorious in Mauritius, and the win meant everything.
I played team sport. I played football growing up. I played Gaelic football and hurling back home in Ireland. You know, I've been on teams that won trophies, but to win something as an individual is completely different, and it's very exciting. And the sporting aspect is great. Coming across to the Indian Ocean, to winning the event on an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean is quite amazing. And then, to have the money to give to your charity back home, it's just win-win-win. It's an overwhelming great experience.
Coming up later in the programme then, we will bring you the best of that action from the Celebrity Series Grand Final. James Kingston and wife Renette meet some of the true locals of the Seychelles. But we'll head to the best of the action from the opening 2 rounds here at Constance Lemuria. Your commentary team are Kit Alexander and Warren Humphreys.
After the celebs had their fun, the stage was clear for the main event on a beautiful day in the Seychelles. And former Open champion Paul Lawrie lived up to his nickname of Chippy with this beauty to save par on the 7th, but he had to settle for an opening 75 that included 3 birdies.
And good to see another former Open champion here, 63-year-old Tom Lehman. But despite this elegant birdie at the 9th on day one, rounds of 71 and 69 put him at level par just outside the top 10.
Simon Khan had 5 birdies and 2 bogeys before this magnificent 20-footer for eagle on the final hole saw him sign for a 65 and a one-shot lead after round 1.
The Brazilian Adilson de Silva, who has played most of his professional golf in South Africa, has been really steady over the first 2 days, carding 2 68s, but no 2 here after that fine shot at the 10th.
2010 BMW PGA champion Khan moved to 10 under par when this superb approach set up birdie on 13 in round 2, but he dropped 4 shots coming home to finish on -6.
The energetic Joachim Hagemann is really pumped up for his first Legends Tour win, and terrific rounds of 66 and 67 have put him right on top of the leaderboard.
Marcus Breer built on an even par opening round with an eagle and 5 birdies in a sensational bogey-free 63 in round 2. It's Breer and Joachim Hagemann tied at the top on 7 under, but Simon Khan just 1 back and a host of players within striking distance.
I was lucky, obviously not making a bogey, but the birdies, I had a few good shots into the greens and I chipped in for eagle on 16, but I played it a bit more aggressive today. I felt a bit more comfortable and so yesterday I tried to play it safe, made bogey. Today I played aggressive, make eagle. That's how it goes.
Into the early final round action, and it's another stunning day. And Jean-Francois Remesi picked up an early birdie by holing this absolute monster putt at the 2nd. And I think he thought that one was racing past.
Emmanuel Canonica started the day at 3 under after rounds of 68 and 69 and has a very quick putt here at the first to move to 4 under. And like Remesi, gets his eye in early. Great putt.
South Africa's Chris Williams produced one of the shots of the week as he bounced back from an opening bogey with this sublime chip in for birdie at 2. He didn't need all those clubs.
Adilson de Silva looking to get off to a fast start. Fine drive and a beautifully crafted second shot sets up a birdie chance, which he unfortunately doesn't take advantage of. Just a par for him.
Clark Dennis won the Legends Tour Order of Merit in 2017, and he moved to 3 under par courtesy of a birdie 2 at the 2nd, following this brilliant tee shot.
Well, despite being there or thereabouts, both Marcus Breer and Joachim Hagemann have been top 10, top 20, a couple of seconds, thirds, fifths. Neither of them have picked up a tournament win this season. In fact, in Mr. Hegman's case, in his 3rd season on tour, this is another chance at a maiden Legends Tour title.
That's the beautiful trophy both of those players and all the chasing pack hoping to get their hands on today, Warren.
Yes, and Hagemann first up, out with an iron. Quite a demanding tee shot here, pretty narrow. Stays nicely behind the ball there. Plenty of ball speed, 143. Look at that carry, 217. That's a terrific tee shot to start off with.
Yeah, you mentioned the narrow fairways there. That's the story of this track, isn't it? It's tight, it's fiddly, not the longest. But you need to be accurate, you need to be good with your wedges and hole a few putts as well.
Certainly do. Rescue club for Breer at the first. Just got a little bit ahead of that, I think. Just knocked a little bit of height off the ball by getting his weight too far ahead of the ball, but it's okay.
Yeah, the final 2-ball safely in play in the fairway. Up to the 2nd now, and the Italian Canonica for birdie to get to 5 under. Very good. 3 top 6s for him this season. Looking well on track to at least add another one to that particular stat line.
Yeah, it's not necessarily noted for his putting, Canonica, but two really good putts to start the day. Let's see if Breer can get off to a fast start as well. Just a wedge into this opening hole. Oh, and that's right over the top of the flagstick. Great shot. That's put the pressure on Hegman.
Yeah, can the Swede, the first Swede ever to play in the Ryder Cup in 1993, follow suit?
Oh, that looked a crisp swing. Really got through the ball very nicely. Controlled the length of the shot very well, so he's got a chance of a birdie as well.
Exactly what you want in the final group. Find the fairway, give yourself a decent look at birdie. Bit of work to do here for De Silva on 2.
Yeah, this is what you don't want, but what a shot he's played. Those long bunker shots, always the most difficult to play. Nearly holed it.
Takes a lot of bravery to fly it all the way as well, and a couple of legends of Italian football there, Gianfranco Zola and Roberto Di Matteo taking in the action.
Simon Khan looking pretty cool in very hot weather out here. Chance for his birdie at 2. No, not going to happen.
Hegman for the ideal start. What's this? About 10 feet for his birdie on 1. Never quite got it running with enough pace. So, door ajar for playing partner Breer to take the lead. But first,
let's see if De Silva can make a sand save here at the second. And that's disappointing. Such a good bunker shot to play. Doesn't convert, so lets a shot slip away.
So frustrating. You feel like you've done the hard bit with that bunker shot, haven't you? And then the shortish putt just goes awry.
Yeah, the difference between winning and losing, fine margins. Now, Breer, after that wonderful wedge at the first, that's an easy convert for him. And what a way to start after that brilliant 63 on day 2.
Yeah, the ideal opening for Breer gives the Austrian a one-shot lead from Hegman. Canonica looking dangerous after that birdie start, though. Join us after the break for more action from the Seychelles.
Welcome back to highlights of the MCB Tour Championship Seychelles. There are plenty of must-see things here in this part of the world: sea, sand and an abundance of nature. We dragged Order of Merit leader James Kingston and wife Renette off the course to meet a few locals.
I'm very pleased with the way I've played this season. The consistency is what I'm really pleased about. I feel I've played well throughout the whole season. You know, normally we have weeks where we play great and then the game disappears a little bit, but I've played pretty solid all year and I'm very pleased with that. For probably the last 2 years she hasn't been able to travel with me, but to bring them to a place like this, and my family coming next week to Mauritius, you know, to them it's also a nice holiday for them, a family holiday, and to be around where we're playing golf in a place like this, the island life. So it's great that they can actually come and share in the joy. Yes, what a beautiful place, huh? This beach. There's a stingray in the water, you can actually see it from out here. I know they have a lot of turtle nests. They mark them off, turtle spots, where the turtles hatch every year. Hello, Robert. Nice to meet you, man. This is my wife, Renette.
Renette, nice to meet you. Welcome to my work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We believe you're in charge of the turtles and protecting the environment.
Yes, I am. That is our #1 priority.
Oh,
that is
good.
why we do our utmost to protect the environment in all its aspects.
Now this year I've been leading, and it would be nice to come here to try and top it off with by winning the Order of Merit. You know, so I just want to be here and give myself that opportunity. I feel like I can compete, you know, and I feel like I am somebody to beat. But I don't look at myself like that. I just put the ball on the tee and try and post the lowest possible score I can. There you go. I've been blessed with good health, been blessed with the fact that my game is still intact. I've been working hard at it, so it's nice to come to finish the season off knowing that you've done what you needed to do the whole season to put yourself in a position like this and give yourself that opportunity. So that's basically what I'm here for.
Well, you're never too far away from the wonderful wildlife here, even on the golf course, as we get back into the action.
And for the #1 player on the Legends Tour this season, James Kingston, not quite on top form. This week he's back in the pack for once at +2.
Clark Dennis dropped a shot at the 5th, but he took advantage of the par 5 6th with this lovely pitch on the way to a birdie 4.
And after a couple of bogeys on the 2nd and 3rd, De Silva has a long putt on the 5th for an outside chance of a birdie to get one back. And that sure tastes sweet to him, I'm sure.
Joachim Hegman bogey 2 and parred 3 before catching just enough of the left side of the hole to get himself back to level par for the day on the 4th.
Marcus Bria 63 7 under on day 2, birdied the 1st, another chance here at the 2nd, and boom, what a putt to hole. Now 9 under par for his last 20 holes. Incredible golf.
But Bria did bogey 3, a par at 4 as well, so he's still got a slender lead. A little bit of daylight between the top 3 and that chasing pack, but still a very long way to go as we join Hegman on the par 3 5th.
Just 137 yards the 5th, second easiest hole on the course today, so players really looking to make birdie here. That's an outside chance for Hegman. Sure, he would have liked it closer.
Dilson De Silva, second shot. Can he get there in 2?
It's a lovely action, that isn't it? Beautiful turn that he makes. It's nicely up the back of the ball, and that's a cracking shot, but not going to hold the green, is it? Just about. Tough pin today at the front of the green there, protected by water. He'll be happy to be on the dance floor.
Long putt though, that'll test his touch just to get down in 2 for the birdie, never mind the eagle. Bria has this to move to 9 under par.
Yeah, for once getting pace and line a little wrong, fooled by that. Lot more break in the putt.
Hegman. Get back alongside Bria at the top.
I love watching Hegman play, so competitive. So desperately wants to win, and you can see how much it means to him. Breathing heavy, but delighted that in. Nice birdie.
Once more we have a tie, and this is this absolutely treacherous eagle putt for De Silva.
Yeah, I know a few people that might be worried about the water at the back of the green, but there's undercooked the line there, so a little bit too to make his birdie. Not quite as close as he would have liked.
He's been one of the stories of the season though, into the first week of the season in Austria on an invite, now a winner.
Tough driving hole, the 6. Par 5, water down the left side. Just a 3-wood for Hegman. Plenty of ball speed there. 156 and the carry 247. He'll be thrilled with that.
Can Marcus Bria match him? Also a fairway wood off the tee.
Okay, trouble down the left side, and a little bit like the first hole, getting ahead of it, just leaving it out to the right. And a little less ball speed there. So the carry not quite as much as Hegman, but he's safe down the right.
Oh, Simon Kahn's been in a bit of trouble here on 6, so he's got this long effort just to save his par.
Beautiful service, rolled nicely across the green, but it's going to be a disappointing bogey.
Yeah, only turned 50 on June the 16th, so it's his rookie season. Just the one top 10 in his 9 events so far. 4 top 16s though, so there's been a level of consistency, but lacking that really big week this year, Simon Kahn.
Well, let's hope De Silva can make this for his birdie. 2-putt birdie on this par 5. And no problems there. Nicely done.
Yeah, both players in this group actually rookies on the Legends Tour this season, and De Silva in the hunt for Rookie of the Year.
How about this for a second shot? Ball slightly above the feet here for Hegman as he goes to this par 5 in 2 over the water. Another good swing. Seems to be really playing a lot of excellent shots at the moment. He's got that long putt that De Silva had from the back of the green.
He was in the final group in Italy in the last event and shot an 80 to slip down the field. That will be in his mind, no doubt, if Marcus Breer can start applying some pressure, playing this par 5 the old-fashioned way. And, well, we saw from De Silva, difficult to get that close, even putting from the back of that green.
American Clark Dennis putt here at the 10th. He was out in 32, 2 under. Par going out 34. Ooh, nearly starting back with a birdie there at first hole on the back 9.
Now Joachim Hegman, can he do a better job than De Silva and get it inside the pitch of his playing partner and nearest challenger, Marcus Breer?
Just over a little ridge, and he has judged the pace, I would say, quite nicely. Got a little bit of work to do. Certainly not dead.
A couple of feet short, I thought he was going to have a tap in, but he's got work left.
Well, hiding under that very wide-brimmed hat is Gary Wolstenholme. Noted for his short game, and there's a good example why. Good putt. Moves to 1 under.
Yeah, you'd fancy his chances in a chipping and putting contest against most people, wouldn't you? Marcus Breer. He's got the opportunity to go first here on the 6th. Oh, but he doesn't make the most of it. So potential for a reversal of what we saw on the first hole, where Hegman had the makeable opportunity for birdie, missed it, and then Breer made his birdie. Just a par here for the Austrian. And Hegman with a very makeable look, and it would be a 3rd birdie on the bounce for the Swede. It is, and now all of the momentum is with him as he's searching for a first Legends Tour victory. So Joachim Hegman now has a 1-shot lead with a 3rd of this final round in the books.
3 birdies on the bounce to start his round, then a double and 2 further bogeys for Kononica. Very much an up and down day, but this pitch helps to gain another birdie, and he moves back to 3 under.
Adilson De Silva closed out his front 9 with 3 pars, and he fired this tee shot straight at the pin on the par 3 10th. He holed the putt to move to -5.
The 12th, 437 yards and a really tough hole today, but it's not the way Clark Dennis would see it. That is a superb iron shot. With that, he moves to 5 under par. Absolutely brilliant.
Marcus Breer made it 4 pars in a row on 7 and kept himself at 8 under with this solid hole out for par on 8 to be out in 33.
A stunning tee shot at the 9th, this for an eagle, and Hegman is out in 30.
Stunning surge then from the Swede. 3 birdies on the bounce from the 4th. That eagle on 9, and it's now a 3-shot cushion heading into the back 9. Let's hear from him.
Joachim, on the turn, how are you feeling?
Obviously, that's a good front nine for me. You know, after a bit of a stumbling start, really. You know, having a good chance on the first from about 6 or 8 feet, and 3 putt at the second. Things seems to be going my way since then.
This is a concentration course, isn't it?
It is very much so. You can almost tell the way I'm talking to you, can't you?
I can. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
The Swede is in prime position to claim his first Legends Tour win.
Welcome back to the Legends Tour highlight show from the MCB Tour Championship Seychelles. Back to the action in just a moment. After, as promised, we catch up with the best from the Celebrity Series Grand Final.
We can justify being in the paradise of the Seychelles because we're trying to compete for the prize fund, which is for charity.
Hopefully I can obviously contribute to my charity back in the UK. There's today that where I can make some ground up and hopefully make it a better day for the charity as well.
To be able to get some money for the charities that everyone is playing for is something that has no price.
10 celebrities, 36 holes over 2 days at the Constance Lemuria in the Seychelles. They were all playing for a whopping £100,000 for charity. Each celebrity was paired up with a pro, but it was their individual scores that counted, and on the first day, the lower handicaps came to the fore. Former Chelsea and Italian football legend Gianfranco Zola featured well. As did the former England captain and batsman Sir Andrew Strauss. They were both pipped to the post for the overnight lead by the former Formula One Supremo Damon Hill. The field was backloaded on day 2, and Hill, it seemed, held his nerve at the top of the field as the other 9 celebrities jostled behind him. It was the former Ireland keeper Packy Bonner that became his nearest challenger. Playing off 18, the Irishman hit a superb round of 3 under his handicap in tricky conditions. He set a clubhouse lead of 5 over par. Hill, playing 2 groups behind, still held the lead on the 18th tee. But he found the water, and despite a valiant rally, hit a double bogey to lose by 1 agonising shot. So, Packy Bonner is the 2022 WAP Celebrity Series winner. And £25,000 goes to his nominated charity, the Amyloidosis Research Fund in London.
I'm so happy, so happy that I've been able to give something back to the charity today. It's wonderful.
All the celebrities took home money for their charities, and all of them, without exception, chose causes close to their hearts.
Back to the action, and that's the view of the picturesque par 3 15th, that's elevated tee overlooking the inviting Indian Ocean, and officially one of the top 10 beaches in the world. And there was a hole-in-one prize of a week's holiday at Constance Lemuria on this 15th. And Liam Bond was this close to claiming it, just inches away with an absolutely stunning tee shot.
De Silva making a bit of a charge, 4 birdies in these last 7 holes. This was his approach to the 12th, the second hardest hole on the course today. And that is an absolute beaut, and 3 birdies in a row for the Brazilian.
Clark Dennis bogeyed the 13th and parred the 14th, and he got back to 5 under with this birdie on 50.
Last night of a tournament, and it's always good when you can hold 5-footers like that for a par. Hegman stays 5 under for his round today.
A nightmare run of 3 bogeys in a row from the 12th has seen Marcus Brea slip back into the pack. Surely there's no catching Hegman now, 6 shots ahead with 4 to play.
I don't know about you, Kit, but I don't think I'd stand too close to the front of this tee. How daunting does that look? But it's so beautiful. What a gorgeous shot. Just a wedge down into the ravine.
Yeah, I'm not good with heights, and I was just thinking that looks equally terrifying and wonderful.
Absolutely. Up to the 18th, Jean-Francois Remisset, birdie opportunity, two-time French Open champion. Ooh, and he won't be happy with that.
Yeah, you can see gesturing that moved a lot more than he was expecting it to, but it will be a closing par.
Pretty unique pin.
And that will see him in the clubhouse. That closing round of 67, matching the opening round 4 under par. And you would think that'll be enough to get him a top 10.
De Silva at the 15th. Not had much luck with the putters so far today. Can he make this one here? Oh. Yeah, he's had plenty of luck today, but it's all been bad. On the greens, that is.
Yeah, if just 2 or 3 of those had dropped, he could be putting some real pressure on the top of that leaderboard, but for all the good play, he's just 3 or 4 shots shy of where he needs to be.
Can't. See if he can make his birdie. Keeping very still over that one. Boom, right into the back of the hole. Great putt.
Yeah, been a steady rookie campaign for him. I'd expect big things from Simon Kahn next year in his first full season on the tour. Bria with that incredible view all the way down.
Yeah, it's just a little chip with a wedge, really, isn't it? 165 yards on the card, but it doesn't play like that. Looks to have found the front bunker. I hope that's not plugged.
Yeah, clubbing so difficult there. Did it just land in front of the bunker and go back into it? That might be the better option if it did. Chris Williams finishing up on 18. And that's another decent week for him. Rounds of 67, 71 and 68 for a 4 under par total. Back to the final group on that stunning par 3.
Ball has stayed out of the bunker for Bria, so just a little chip. 1 foot in the bunker, 1 foot out, but good hands. Lovely little chip, very delicate.
Well worth getting that one on camera.
Yes, that's a really good save for Bria.
Yeah, just steadies things after that difficult run he's been on as well.
Hegman in a spot of bother here, slightly short-siding himself. This is not easy to get close. Pitching onto a downslope from a side hill lie. So he couldn't think that he could pitch it on the green and get it to stay. Try to run it through the fringe.
Canonica with a similarly tricky shot here. Does he fly it all the way or pitch it in the fringe?
Well, into the fringe it's moving to. Oh, moving straight into the hole. Well, that's a bit of good fortune for Canonica. Oh, and you can see absolutely loves that.
Hegman opting for the putter. He's got a good 2 or 3 feet of this quite sticky fringe grass to come through.
And it bobbled a little bit. Normally when it bobbles like that, it comes up short. So that's a shot that he's let slip.
That gives a little hope to those on 5 under, but it's most likely De Silva and Bria who could threaten if they can find something special on the last 3 holes. Hegman is hoping to sail serenely to victory.
However, a price to pay for coming to the Seychelles to play golf, and 4 of our footballing heroes got out there for some outreach work, meeting some of the football stars of the future. Yes, these 4 were introduced to a pack of football-mad youngsters who for a few hours received training tips and one-on-one coaching from Liverpool legend Robbie Fowler, Chelsea and Italy legends, the 2 of them, Roberto Di Matteo and Gianfranco Zola, and of course our winner, Ireland and Celtic goalkeeping legend Paki Bonner. Tourism Seychelles and the MCB teamed up with the Seychelles Football Federation to give these kids a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I think it's fair to say they took their chances with open arms, or both feet.
Plenty of fun for everyone on the football pitch, but on the golf course, things are starting to get serious.
Adilson de Silva on the 17th, only 137 yards, but playing over its par today. It's been pretty tricky, and despite that excellent shot, he doesn't make the putt for a birdie.
Clark Dennis finished with a par 5 on 18 with this confident stroke as he signed for a closing 67 and 5 under total.
After bogeys on 14 and 15, Hegman looking to bounce back on the par 5. Excellent approach shot.
Bria was hoping for a miracle to catch Hegman, and he did knock his approach inside the Swedes on 16 to make his first birdie since the second hole.
Hegman then for his birdie after that brilliant approach, and he does make it. So 5 shots clear again.
Hegman could be forgiven for planning his winner's speech at this point, but they're battling for the places behind him, and Bria has got himself into solo second.
So many gorgeous shots on this course. How about that for a view from the 17th tee? Hegman pitching down to this short par 3. A lot of hang time in the air. He'll be happy to see that on the green.
It's all he needs to do at this point. Par 3, par 5 to come on 18, fairways and greens. Canonica up by the side of that 18th green, playing from the greenside bunker.
And plenty of height on that shot. Excellently played. I've no idea how the players have managed to get round this course, because the views are so stunning. It's hard for them to concentrate. How about this? De Silva on the 18th. Daunting tee shot.
It's like playing golf in a postcard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's leaking a bit right, but he's picking up the tee pretty quickly.
Clubhead speed over 100 miles an hour, and he's brought that back a little bit from right to left.
Yeah, making the most of his draw there. Canonica to sign off with a birdie.
Has held some good putts today in this final round. And there's another one for the Italian. Beautifully done. Great sand save at the last.
So 68, 69, 67. 3 rounds in the 60s. Never a bad thing. 6 under par. That'll get him around about the top 3 or 4 places, I would have thought.
It's just hard to believe he's not won on the Legends Tour. Now Bond looking to make a birdie on the last hole. Well done.
So a good week for him. Finishes under par, but not enough to get him into next week's event in Mauritius, though. He needed a top 5, and he'll finish just shy of that.
Well, Hegman looking like he's cruising to a victory here, but I bet his heart rate is still up. It's never easy to win on any tour, but how about that? Finishing in style.
He's a 3-time winner on the DP World Tour, so he knows how to get the job done. But he's not been in this position for a while.
Yeah, a win is a win anywhere. It takes it out of you. Marcus Bria not quite managing the great stuff of that second round, the 63, where he was 7 under for the round, but has played brilliantly all week. Just going to be a par there on the 17th.
And for these guys chasing, even though they're not going to get their hands on the trophy, second alone comes with big rewards as well. And you can see right now it's Canonica and Bria tied at 6 under, Dennis and De Silva at 5 under. But it is reachable, this 18th, and De Silva is having a crack.
Now looking to bring this one in. Also a little bit from right to left. He's just gave that a little extra at the bottom. Oh, and he needed to too. Just carrying the front edge. Just another exquisite shot.
Puff of the cheeks there, a brave play, and rewarded for his aggression. He'll have that look for an eagle.
Khan playing his 4th shot here at 18. Been on a spot of bother. See if he can get this close and make a par.
It just goes to show the margins on this 18th hole. Find the water and you're struggling for par, whereas De Silva's got a good look at eagle. So Hegman, this man, will be very relieved, stood on the tee with a big lead.
It's not been his favourite hole this week, you've got to say. Hence the iron off the tee. Anywhere on the short grass will do. Ooh. That's not where he wanted to go at all.
Khan with a long putt to save his par here on 18 and finishing that group on 4 under. So it will be a disappointing bogey to finish for the Englishman. So progressively worse through the week. 65, 69, 73. 3 under par. Will be another top 10.
Well, can he make this for a dramatic finish? Eagle putt here for De Silva.
Oh, brilliant. He's holed it, and how significant could that be? Not only this week, but in terms of the overall order of merit as well. He won at the Seychelles PGA Seniors Championship, and another good finish here. He's putting pressure on James Kingston at the top.
Not good news for Marcus Bree. Has been in the water off the tee. This his 3rd shot and an awkward lie off the downslope. And he looks to have pulled that overcompensated, so from frying pan into the fire.
So 2 trips to the water down this final hole for Breer, and well, that look tells you everything. It's all unravelling a little bit for him here.
And Hegman's been in trouble as well. He's taken a penalty drop. So playing his 3rd, laying it up short of the water. At least he's got a few shots in hand. And that will help.
Yeah, all of his good play over the previous 53 holes giving him the benefit of being able to take this rather safer route, even having found that penalty area off the tee. So this now his 4th shot, and you can bet your bottom dollar this isn't going anywhere near that water short.
Yeah, having to take it up over the tree. Oh, it is a little bit short, but it's okay on the edge of the green, and he's relieved.
Understandably, I was expecting that to be way past the flag, and oh, this is so difficult still for Breer playing his 5th.
Yeah, that was a little bit quick as well. So, feeling a little edgy, Marcus Breer.
Yeah, and he's got a really long 2-putt there just to save his double bogey. Great to see the kids watching on, hopefully getting inspired to give golf a go, seeing some great players in action, and this man who is going to be crowned the champion very shortly.
Just trying to lay this one up stone dead, give himself nothing much to do. He has given himself a little bit to do.
Yeah, making himself sweat down this final hole, even with the massive cushion.
Well, he really would love to make this for a bogey 6 on the last hole. It's going to be expensive for Breer if it doesn't go in. It's on track, but not quite hard enough.
Yeah, so double bogey at best here is going to cost him a lot of money and places. That's what it is. So a really disappointing back 9 for Marcus Breer. Home in 40.
63-73 now. Hegman just to tidy things up after a great week.
It's joy in paradise for Joachim Hegman, who is a Legends Tour champion for the first time at the MCB Tour Championship Seychelles. The former Ryder Cup player wins in his 29th tournament on the circuit, and you can see what it means to him. A brilliant final round of 66 gives Hegman a commanding 4-shot win here in the Seychelles. De Silva claims second with that wonderful closing eagle. And that lovely trophy will be ending up on the mantelpiece of one of the happiest, most liked players on the Legends Tour. Let's hear from him.
Relieved, and relieved. I mean, it is a bit of pressure, you know, and everybody else knows that you should be able to do it. And I had a nightmare, obviously, a few weeks back in Italy, also playing in the last group and came in with such a high number. So today was a bit tense. I've done well in a few other tournaments, obviously, but it was nice to get on top of one, and finally I got myself a trophy, and that's what we play for.
This week's winner is up to 5th on the order of merit, but it's South Africa's James Kingston at the top, ahead of Adilson de Silva with just one event to go.
There have been a lot of first-time winners on tour this season, and Joachim Hegman is another, netting his maiden win here in the Seychelles. Now the Legends go to Mauritius for the MCB Tour Championship final, where the Order of Merit will also be presented. We'll look forward to bringing that to you next time. See you then.